Hello, people. How are you? Welcome to Worst Day Ever. How you doing? It's a Thursday at 8 p.m. I think the audio might be weird today, but I just would love somebody just to let me know in the chat that you can hear me okay. Gemma, can you hear me on Instagram? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Give me a thumb. You can't give me a thumbs up, can you? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Worst Day Ever. If you're watching this, it is a Sunday. No, it's not. It's a Thursday. It's Thursday. It's 8 p.m. You're watching this live on Instagram and all the other places, or you might be watching it on catch up. Brilliant. Mike says it sounds okay. If someone could let me know on YouTube if it sounds all right, I'd love you forever if that could be the case. Brilliant. YouTube crew, are you there? Let me know if it sounds all right. All right, great. Good. Are we okay? What are we doing? What's happening in internet land right now? I wanted to ask you, thank you, Gaz. Thanks for letting me know. Brilliant. This is good. This is good times. What's everyone up to? Is everybody keeping okay? I wanted to talk a little bit about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have kind of, like Meghan Markle said in the New York Times, I believe, that she spoke about a miscarriage her and Harry had recently. And I wanted to know, for you guys, what are you like? Are you oversharers in relationship? Or do you like to keep your business secret? Because Meghan got absolutely tormented in the comments. I want to know. Let me know in the comments. What are you saying? What are you like in a relationship? Do you think if something personal happens, in a relationship, do you think you should keep it within the walls of the sanctity of the couple? Or do you think it's good to be open? It gets all the sort of resentments and crap out the way, and you can be honest and have honesty living throughout your marriage and within your inner circle. What else did I want to ask? Also, I'm having a hard week this week. I've been, trying to settle into this new flat. You might have heard of my new podcast, Moving On. And I wanted to know what little things are making you feel good at the moment. Because I've just bought a Christmas tree, a massive fuck off Christmas tree, and it is the happiest I've been in such a long time. So feel free. Hello, BFD and Gaz over on YouTube. Hello, the people on Instagram. Give me some hearts if you're watching on Instagram. Give me some emoji icons in the YouTube. Listen, we're going to be taking some of your issues, your dating issues, later on in the stream with my guest. If you've got anything that you want me and my guests to sort of have a look at, decipher, maybe you're texting someone, hello, Head and Shoulders on Insta. Yes, mate. If you're texting someone on the apps and you can't decipher it at the moment, you're just like, what does this mean? I'm not getting what I need from this person. Or if somebody's not giving you what you want, like romantically at the moment, let us know in the comments. Or if you don't want to do it right in public, just like screen grab the text message to my socials, and we can talk about it next stream. Okay, listen. Big thanks to the Patreon, Mikey B, Mikey W. Big thanks to you, plus everybody else that contributes on the Patreon. If you want to get involved, drop us a little donation, paypal.me/Eleanor Conway, or subscribe for exclusive content, patreon.com/Eleanor Conway. Right, let's bring her on. Right, I'm bringing on my guest tonight. Her name is Alexandra Haddo. She's very funny and she writes for The Enemy. So she's cool and she's funny. Like most comics, they might be funny, but they're not cool as well. So what I want you to do is give her a massive clap. If you're on Instagram, give me the hearts. If you are... sorry, just people are putting random stuff on the YouTube. If you are on YouTube, give us some love, give us some emoji icons. Let's build it up. Thank you for the hearts on Instagram. Thank you. I love Instagram. It's great. And put your hands together. Click your fingers. Do a chair dance. And welcome to the Worst Day Ever stream. It is the wonderful Alexandra, she needs to put her camera on. Alexandra Haddo. All right. I thought that was pretty... Mate, I'm good. Can you let us know, people on the Instagram and the YouTube, if you cannot hear Alex, because there is something, a sort of residual existential fear that I fucked up the tech when I was trying to do some self-tapey stuff earlier. Nothing filthy. Alex, how are you? Welcome to the Worst Day Ever stream. What's going on? Yeah. I'm very impressed that you're writing for NME. Big fan. Okay, we can't hear Alex. Hang on 2 secs. We're going to sort it out. Hang on. No, it's my fault. It's my fault. I don't know how to do it. Oh, fuck. Hang on 2 secs, guys. So the microphone is that. And then, I knew I hadn't sorted it out properly. Hang on 2 secs, guys. Hang on, what about now? How about now? Can you talk? Hello, can you hear me? Oh, we've broken it. Oh, fuck's sake. Hang on. Right, what about now? Can you talk, Alex? No, hang on. No, I don't think so. Oh, no. Oh, it's just my fault. I fucked it up. Hang on, 2 secs. Can you, hang on. What about now? Can you talk now? I think this might be it. Hang on, just keep talking. Hang on, keep talking.
A cool person whatsoever. In fact, the complete opposite.
I don't know why I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me.
Oh, I'm losing my mind. Oh no. I've really fucked up.
My date's
so
bad that people don't even want to hear it. Am I keeping to my still go? Can you hear me? Anything? Any joy?
Oh, you can hear her now. Right, well I can't hear her, so that's problematic. Hang on. Go on, carry on.
Am I just talking to the audience now and I can't see you?
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is a joke.
But
Sorry,
I can't
everybody.
Hear what was my?
Yeah, just keep going. I can hear you, but you're not coming through on the Soundflower. I don't think anyone can hear you on the Instagram. Hang on. I can hear you, but you're not coming through on the Sound. All right, we've gone again. I'm fucking about with it. Sorry, everybody. This was supposed to be so slick. Hang on, 2 secs. I just don't know what I'm doing. Hang on, 2 secs. So, hang on. You need to go through to Soundflower. Audio settings. 2 secs. Speaker. Microphone. Soundflower. Can you talk?
Oh, I don't think I can hear you now. Don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, I just don't know. Oh, this is a nightmare. Sorry, everyone. I don't know what to do. Can you talk? Can you talk? Alex, can you hear me?
Is it because I can't hear you?
You can't hear me? You can't hear me now? Hang on 2 secs. Oh, that's because...
Is it because
how about now? What about now?
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you, yeah.
Hang on, this might be it. So let's just wait for everybody to catch up. Let's just say, wait, if I do this, then I can see it.
Okay.
It takes a while to catch up on the Instagram.
It's not because of my headphones, is it? It's nothing to do with that.
No, it's me. I'm an idiot. All right,
okay.
Can we hear everybody? Alex, can you talk?
Can anyone hear me? Or am I stuck in the computer? Yes?
Yeah, I think we got it. I don't know what happened. I genuinely...
Hooray!
Yay!
Oh, God. No pressure for my story to be even better now.
Oh, my God. That was so stressful. Nick on YouTube went, ask a man to help. Fuck off, Nick. I can't be fucked today. You can fuck off. All right, back to this. Right, we're back.
Yay!
Yay! Thanks, mate. Sorry about that.
Don't worry at all.
Look, do you know what? I'm much more professional most of the time. Right. So,
I'm not,
NME,
so-
you are... So, hang on. Right. Let's just start this again. We're starting it again. Right. I'm just going to go back to me and I'm going to introduce you again. And then we're going to fucking start this properly because I just feel too stressed out right now. Sorry. Just one moment. Hi everyone, welcome to Worst Day Ever. It's Thursday, it's 8 p.m. and we are definitely not 15 minutes late. Big thank you to the Patreons, Mikey B, Mikey W, bleh, thanks, please donate, paypal.me/Eleanor Conway, patreon.com/Eleanor Conway. Questions of the stream, do you overshare? Right, let's crack on. NME writer, stand-up comedian, much cooler than a normal comedian, is Alexandra Haddo.
I'm kidding. I fucked up with you.
I genuinely
I was
already lost my mind.
How long can I mime this for? Yeah.
Oh, great! Really funny. So that's good. So hang on. So you wrote an article about Miley Cyrus, and then Miley Cyrus's manager got in contact with you. Very excited.
I was basically saying that any chance I get to be cool, I immediately sort of fuck it up. So
how did you fuck that up?
I just replied and I acted like I've been his mate for years. It was really cringe, and I was like, oh yeah, give me a buzz next time you're in town, as if like, I mean, firstly, there's not a global pandemic going on. And then the next day I had to be like, I'm so sorry for being really over familiar. Luckily he was like quite cool about it. But yeah, I'm not cool. I'm the opposite. I'm like the NME's sort of resident idiot, I think, which is fine.
That's really good. How'd you get that job? Just like drop them some samples?
No, they asked me to do a piece on why do people... I've written for them like a few times just about random sort of stuff, and then they said, do you want to do a column every week? And yeah, for a while it was turning into just sort of a weekly rant about Tories, so I had to sort of mix it up a bit.
Yeah. So like you are very one note.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let's, because there was obviously a policy that came out every Wednesday. A new collection drops, as my friend says. New collection of rules from the government. I always see you on socials. You're quite a go-getter, aren't you? I would say you're a bit of a go-getter. Do you think?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I am. I would say I've got a very British like shame of self-promoting, but I should do it anyway, I think. Otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. Yeah. I would. Go on. Yeah. Maybe I am. I wouldn't say I am, but that's a good thing, I guess.
No, I think you are. You are. And I know that because sometimes when I see other people being like go-gettery, I get a little pang of envy and I go, oh, I fucking hate them. But it's only, but it's, hang on. But then, hang on. I'm a well-balanced, totally comfortable person. But I kind of go, oh, that's just a signal because they're go-getting and you feel bad about yourself that you're not go-getting. So yeah, I was like, oh, she does loads of stuff. That's really good.
Oh, so, yeah. And maybe, I think I just don't say no to anything, which is maybe a bad thing sometimes. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, good.
Fuck it. I'm glad I did, seeing as this year has been a total write-off, really.
Yeah, that's great. So what do you think about Meghan Markle? I'm trying to be more topical in this stream. Meghan Markle talked about the fact that she had a miscarriage with Prince Harry. Also, Chrissy Teigen dropped it in that she was quite open about her miscarriage and stuff like that. What are your views on it? Because like everyone's a bit hit and miss in the comments. What do people think in the comments? Let me know. Alex, what do you think?
I think people should share whatever they want to share. Let's face it, you can turn off anytime you like. And also I think that a lot of people, I mean, I certainly know a few of my friends that have had miscarriages that like have sort of kept it a secret and maybe felt a little bit, I wouldn't say ashamed, that's a bit too far, but a bit kind of like it's a sort of like it's their fault kind of thing. So I think the more people that talk about these things, the better. And a lot of people did criticize Chrissy Teigen for kind of the visceral nature of her post of when she sadly had a stillbirth. But then I also think, again, if you don't want to know about it, you don't have to look at it. Like, so I think people, if it makes them feel better or if it helps somebody else in the same situation, why not?
Beth says on Instagram, as an oversharer, it's always really helpful for others.
Yeah, exactly.
Beth, thank you so much for that. Beth, did you go on that date with that guy a couple of weeks ago? Can you fill us in the comments and let us know what happened? I've done 2 shows or 3 shows where I've basically mined my trauma and overshared. And there's definitely like bits of connection that you get from just kind of letting it go out there. But I guess I'm not Chrissy Teigen or Meghan Markle, and that's different. That's next level, isn't it? It's almost like there's a lot of people in Meghan Markle's article that were just annoyed, like, oh, there they are looking for like attention again and stuff like that, and that they should keep it. They should shut it up. But I don't know. It's just such a I suppose once you get to that level of celebrity, there is a part of your persona, I guess, that feels it's your duty to share.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the question that I'm trying to ask, because that wasn't a question, if Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have gone to America and they've just gone, oh, we don't want anyone to like hound us, and then they're offering stuff up to the press, is that them being cheeky? Is that them being like, what's the word when you hypocritical? Yeah.
I don't think it is hypocritical, because what they're trying to say is, we will tell you what we want to tell you. If you're not interested, then don't pick it up. But and also that's something that, you know, a lot of people have struggled with, and that's a bigger issue. It's not just like, oh, who's pissed off in the royal household, you know, sort of thing. That's actually, I mean, whether she probably thought it would help somebody if she shared it, you know. I think all power to them, like that family. I mean, I don't watch The Crown, but I feel like I do because everyone talks about it and everything. That family's fucked. Do you know what I mean? No wonder Harry wanted to get out. Like, just get out, live in LA in the sunshine with your fit wife and your lovely baby. Like, fine. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
They're all fucking sweaty or non-sweaty perverts right back here.
Allegedly.
All stiff upper lip. Allegedly. Sorry.
I mean,
allegedly. Don't want to get you sued.
I mean, good luck finding money.
Yeah.
So, right, hang on. So a couple of weeks ago, hang on. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Beth said, Beth, your message has gone. I think Beth said she went on a date with someone, and she, they didn't go on the date because she decided to tell said date about a very heavy period, and we didn't meet. and then he was like, ugh, she menstruates, I'm not into her. I'm sorry to hear about that, Beth. I'm sorry to hear about that. So a couple of weeks ago, I asked people for their problems that I thought we could talk about. And Mark DM'd me, and I wondered if you might help me sort of help him, if that would be all right, Alexandra.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thanks.
I relish the chance of being an awful advice giver.
Okay, so Mark says, I recently became besotted with a comedian who has recently moved up to Manchester. She's intelligent, witty, and absolutely gorgeous. Okay. The only trouble is I'm shy. I look like a squash frog. Also, she's a bit younger than me. Do you think I should screw up the courage to ask her out on a date, or do you think it's just an old man's delusional fantasy, and should I just enjoy the comedy? By the way, now this is a turn in the road. She's also studying at uni, and I think she's already got a boyfriend and several tattoos. Not me. So that was kind of a disappointment.
I was going to say, I was like, what's going on there?
So I think what Mark's saying is he really likes someone from afar. He feels like she's a bit out of his league and she's a bit younger. What do you think? It's difficult, isn't it? Like in the olden days, blokes would just go up to women and ask them out, and it'd be sort of like, you know, a numbers game. But now you almost need to have a connection first before you can randomly go up to someone and talk.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because I think you're usually seeing them on a screen first, aren't you? Even if it's Instagram or something, or like, you know, through a friend, you sort of add them after. But I think it depends. I think he should just be straightforward if he thinks there's all those complications. Because I think if you just slide into somebody's DMs and you are a bit older and you don't really know them or whatever, like, you're just going to sort of dismiss it a bit because you don't know. Or, you know, I think just go in and just do like a really nice, no one like takes you out on a proper date anymore. Do you know what I mean? If you just be forward and be like, hey, I think you're really great. Can I take you for dinner? If you've got a boyfriend, no worries. But I think you're great and I'd love to, you know, hang out with you. That's cool.
Okay, so I think that's a little bit too full on, if I'm honest. Like if someone messages me, goes, oh, I fancy you, let's go out for dinner. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. You're just a tiny, tiny icon on a screen. Yes,
I know what you mean. But I think if there is a bit of an age gap and you are a bit of a fan and you're an older guy or whatever, and you think she's got a boyfriend, if you just slide into the DMs with like a random comment.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could try that and then you see if you get a response. But then I think it's more attractive if you're just a bit more honest.
What about this? What about this as an approach, as a cold approach? Okay. So if you fancy someone, if you've never actually physically met them, start liking their pictures like a bit like often so they notice. And then if they start liking yours back, then that means you can go in for a flipping kill.
That's more subtle, I would say, actually. Yeah, that's in fact, ignore my advice.
But I think that would work, because then you're gauging interest, you're not just going in cold, and yeah, you can just sort of like, I don't know, comment on someone's story, because that goes into the inbox.
Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, you can DM them, and but just don't be creepy is my main point of advice here.
What does creepy look like to you?
I think just like, if creepy, in fact, the definition of creepy is keeping going when you're not getting the right signals back. There's nothing wrong with flirting. There's nothing wrong with being forward. But if you're not getting the signals back and you carry on, then you can be perceived as a bit of a creep. But I think being forward is the antithesis of being creepy. Creepy is literally skirting around the subject, being like, ooh, what about this? What about this? Whereas if you're like, hey, I think you're really cool, can I take you out? What's wrong with that?
Oh, Beth says, need way more advice on creepy. Beth, who are you dating, and what situation is making you feel creepy? Or like you I just want another opportunity to put the word creepy in. I think sometimes I'm a bit creepy. So sometimes.
Oh, yeah, so am I. Yeah.
Are
Everyone
you?
is.
Oh,
yeah.
what do you do? Who are you creepy towards? Who do you do creepy stuff to online?
Oh, sometimes I think I send like a flirty comment and they're just like, "What are you on about?" And I think, "Oh, maybe that." But I don't. But guys have done that to me as well. It doesn't mean you're a creep. You might have just said something one-off or whatever. Like,
just means you're creepy.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of guys that always reply to my stories, and they are like, sorry, I'm not putting Mark off here, but this is the behaviour you want to avoid, that are like a lot older than me, and fine, like, go for your life, but then just constantly sort of replying quite thirstily with no response. You're a bit like, come on, mate. Like,
I really wish you'd screen grabbed. I wish I'd asked you to screen grab it and we could have had a look. And then I didn't get back to Mark because I was confused. And then afterwards he goes, sorry, reading that back, it probably came over meaner and creepier than I intended.
No, I don't think Mark's a creep at all. I'm just advising him to stay away from the sort of very casual but repetitive sort of DM slide. Just be yourself and go for it.
Who was the last person that you creepily went into the DMs with?
Oh God. Oh my God. Do you know, I did something so embarrassing. Do you know when Normal People came out in the summer, which everybody watched?
But I didn't watch it.
Okay, you didn't watch it. I DM'd the lead actor before he went mental, Paul Mescal. Oh my God. I DM'd him, was like, love the show, because he lives up the road from me. And I was so naive. I've never done that before or after since in my life, like with a famous person or whatever. And I DM'd him and I was like, maybe we'll be mates and we'll go on a date. You know, and he lives up the road because I've seen him a few times around here. And now I'm just, whenever I've seen him, I've been like, oh my God. Like, I mean, not that he's ever going to recognize me. He literally has about 50,000 DMs, I'm sure. But yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Can I take? I've been really creepy. So I'm creepy to Chrissy Teigen. I've also been creepy to AOC. So I've kind of, like, every time I've been inspired by AOC, like Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, I'll drop her a message. I'll be like, I'm so inspired. Just really feel hope that just women like you are just.
That's not creepy. That's like inspiring. I'm just there being like, come on.
No. But I sent that message, and then I realised I'd sent a previous message like 8 months earlier, and I was just like, she's not going to get back to you. Why are you mindlessly trying to connect with her? Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. And then
you never know.
Yeah, maybe she can see like the sort of specialness of my talent, of my being, just with the way that I make words.
Yeah.
I used when I was 15 and I used to drink a lot and go to clubs. Sometimes I get so drunk, I just walk around the club and hope that someone would stop me and be like, "You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen."
It'll be like a film.
you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And then I'd be in love and my life would be okay.
Did it happen?
No.
Maybe there was a man walking around the other way being like, I'm going to find the woman now, the woman of my dreams.
Where is she? All I keep seeing is just
like, where is she? Oh, she's leathered over there, walking around the club.
She's throwing up on a sort of like a sort of satin dress from the 90s. Oh, lovely. What is your status at the moment?
Oh, I'm always single. I'm single. I've been on a couple of dates recently, actually, for the first time in about 4,000 years.
How? What?
Friend's brother and friend of a friend, and we went to, and all you can do at the moment is go for a walk.
Yeah, it's pretty grim. Well, you're fine. You're tier 2 now. It's going to be fine. I'm with the conspiracy theorists and the anti-maskers here in Manchester, having a great time.
Yeah, of course, great.
Having a great time. It's not for this podcast. What have you been doing? Are you on the apps at the moment?
I am, but I'm very bad at them. I never look at them. I go on them sort of every 3 or 4 days and just see and sort of go through my likes, and then sometimes I reply and then I never reply again. I'm really bad. I've only ever been on like 3 dates from apps in my whole life.
And what have you been? So you don't waste time on an app. You're not really, because I find myself wasting a lot of time on the app.
No, I forget. I never go on them. I'm always moaning about like, oh, when am I going to meet someone or whatever. But I never look at it ever. So I'm very bad at that. I try sometimes. I try and do like a binge on Hinge. I'm only on Hinge, and but yeah, I'm really extremely bad. I'm one of those annoying people where even if I actually have a look at some guys and then like them and send them a message, then when they reply, I just won't reply. I think they're not real. They're not real people.
Oh no, well I do that, but I think it's because I've got low self-worth, and I go, if a guy likes me back, then he's obviously shit. Like that's what.
Just like, oh, I like you. Oh, you like me? Fuck off.
What a weirdo. Who are you? And that's where I'm at. Right, this stream is called Worst Date Ever. Alexandra Haddo, what a powerful name.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it is. It's like a sort of Grecian sort of queen or something. I don't know Grecian.
I'll take that. I'll fully take that. Thank you. Instead of a half Scottish mongrel from the Midlands.
No, I
actually am.
No, like a Roman. If they, I don't know if they had queens, but yeah, strong name. Would you tell us what your worst date ever is, please?
Okay, this story takes place over a number of years, actually, and it's not like strictly a date, but it kind of is. But it was the best story, so I had to tell it. It starts when I was at university, and I fancied this guy. I'll just use his real name because it's only his first name. I fancied this guy called Josh, and it was a really slow build-up. And what did
you fancy about him? What was sort of like appealing about Josh?
So firstly, I did English literature at uni, and there was about 3 men in the whole course. So obviously, whichever ones there were, I was friends with 2, and there was like 3 others. So I had to fancy one of them.
Right.
And Josh was sort of like had a full beard, age 19. Do you know what I mean? So it was like great. He was a bit rugged, quite cool. Did he have fancy me?
All right. Did he have curly hair? I just feel like Josh.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So yeah, I fancied him. We sort of became pals. My best mate used to always joke. She was like, "He doesn't fancy you."
How does she know?
Because I did that thing where I was walking out of my lecture and I saw my best mate, and I was like, "Oh, I'll walk home with her." And then he was going to a party that night, and I meant to shout, you know, like how when you fancy someone instantly you're like, is this a word? Am I speaking properly? You overthink all your movements and all your words and everything. And I remember just trying to say, have fun, or like, have a good night. And I just went, have a laugh. and he was like, what? And then I said, oh, just have a laugh tonight at the party. And he was like, have a laugh. I was like, hope you have a laugh. Oh, it was awful. Anyway, so this is kind of building up. And then, I think I was single and he wasn't. And then he was going to come on a night out, and it was right at the end of uni. And I was really pissed and like bought him a drink as if I was like very suave.
A mate?
he never turned up. So like we've sort of finished university, and then right at the end, I started dating someone that I ended up being with for a few years. And he sort of like cracked on to me and was like, do you want to come around tonight? And I was like, I've just started seeing someone. So I was like, right, it's just not meant to be, whatever. And anyway, then we were both in London. We both moved to London after I moved there about 8-9 months after university. He moved there at some point. And then completely randomly, I bumped into him at a work event when I was about 25, 25ish, and he'd split up with his like 5-year girlfriend that week.
Awesome.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, amazing. Like, oh, I mean, sad for you. But I thought, oh, great, maybe he's single, maybe we'll finally hit it off. Anyway, we'd like organized a sort of like drink, thinly veiled date for, let's say, like the Tuesday. On the Saturday, my best friend was having a house party. Same best friend that was like, he doesn't fancy you all those years ago. She's still my best friend now. And she was having a house party in London in Angel. And I was really, really pissed. And he was really drunk. And he was like, oh, we're only down the road. Why don't me and my friends sort of come over to yours, to this party? I was like, yeah, definitely do that.
Great idea.
Great. And I was thinking, God, it's finally getting, all these years of build up, and it's going to be great and lovely. So what a romantic start to our story. And, we had this date planned in, and it was a whole thing. And anyway, he gets there. He is paralytic. I'm paralytic. The whole house party is completely, if you're a fly on the wall, it looked like one of those, you wouldn't start a night like this adverts. It was awful. Everyone was a complete state. And then we started snogging like against the fridge, against everything. And then we were trying to find somewhere to have sex. And
at the house party?
At the house party, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, you would never do it sober, but you think like, this will be fine, no one will know. And this is kind of the dying embers of the house party at this point. We were sort of sat out on the balcony. I think he was having a cigarette, and we were obviously talking about it so loudly that someone shouted, "Go home and do it in your own house."
Great advice. Let's
be
real.
Advice.
Yeah.
I tried to listen to that. I did this, my first ever gig, I told this story years ago now, and I was just trying to listen to the recording when you were introing it, and it wouldn't shut off. And I was like, oh my God, don't let my 5 years ago storilling abilities ruin this.
Alex Haddo likes to listen to her own shit all the time, like our own gigs.
Yeah. And I can't believe I found it. And anyway, so we're like snogging and everything, and there's people sort of getting off on the couch or whatever, but there's nowhere for us to go because I was staying with my married friends who had a kid temporarily while I was like between flats for like 2 months, and he'd just broken up with his girlfriend, so he was staying on his mate's couch, like in his living room or whatever. So I was like, look, my only rule is that for these 2 months I can't bring anyone back, which is kind of fair enough. They had a kid. And he was like, well, I can't either because my mates literally put me up last minute, and that's why we were trying to find a place. Anyway, I don't know what came over me in my head. We were like, right, we're gonna have to go home then. That's a shame. And I was like, yeah, we are. So we walked out of the house party and down the stairs, and there was a long hallway and then a door because it was one of those flats above a shop. And I remember vividly having a satchel on my shoulder and like being fully dressed and everything. It was like a really hot summer's night. We were both like so drunk. Imagine like two octopuses like trying to get off with each other. It was just like horrific. And I remember thinking, we could just do it here. It'll be fine. In the hallway by the door. And I remember I mean, I'm a tart, but I'm a safe one. I got a condom out of my satchel. fully dressed. Condom out of my satchel, and then like just ripped his shorts off and tried to put it on him. Obviously, he's had 5,000 drinks. So there's absolutely zero going on down there. It was like, when you're trying to put your pillowcase on a pillow and it keeps sort of
flopping.
It was like that. Like, obviously it didn't work. And then I think we both sort of were like, what the hell is going on here? And we both sort of like, I wouldn't say sobered a bit. And then I just dropped it to the floor. Like, I would say get dressed, but we were both fully clothed. And then I opened the door onto the street, and you know that bit in Friends where Ross and Rachel get married? We did that. We just literally walked out and went separate ways, and I never saw him again. and the next day, my best friend was like, "Oh my God, all those awful people that came and took loads of horrible drugs and stuff, that those people that nobody knew, one of them's left a fucking condom wrapper on the floor of the hallway." And I went, "Oh mate, I'm so really sorry, that was me." She was like, "Oh my God, imagine." And I was like, "I don't need to imagine, because that was me." And she was like, "What were you going to do if you had been able to get it on him?" And I was like, "I don't know, just like have sex in the hall." There was people like using the loo and like still at the house party. It was awful. Anyway, Josh, I'm sorry that we never got to have our love affair. I know that's not strictly a date, but it's
No, it's a date in my life. It is.
Well, the thing is, we never went on the Tuesday date. Do you know what I mean?
Neither of you could face each other. What I loved about this is you went straight into standing up sex, which is a real sort of advanced move, I think.
But also there was zero foreplay or anything. I'd gone from 0 to 100 and just thought, we'll do it here.
Stick it in me.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah. So we never got to consummate our love, sadly.
I love the fact that your friend didn't believe you as well. She's like, "Nah, it's not you." And you're like, "No, it was me." Like you're trying to convince someone that you just tried to fuck a stranger, like almost stranger in a hallway.
Yeah,
brilliant.
So I've been on a few dates recently for once, and there was a tiny bit where a guy gave me a massive speech about being vegetarian because he couldn't imagine any living thing suffering for something that he would consume. And I was like, okay, that's very holier than thou, but fair enough. And then about 7 minutes later, he was like, "Do you want to get some coke?" And I was like, "No." And also, cocaine dealers famously are not very ethical, pal, if you're on about meat. Like, I think probably my burger's probably nicer than your 2 grams of coke.
At least he's going to get 2. One for you, one for him.
True. I was like, "No, mate, I'm just having a seafood risotto. I'm having a lovely time."
So have you got any on the go at the moment? Are you chatting to anybody, or what's the situation?
I am. I wouldn't say seeing, but I've had a few dates with my one of my friend's brothers, which if that goes wrong, it'll be awful. But
I love the fact that you're not dating very far outside of the sort of Venn diagram of the people that you know.
No, I like to sort of just do people that I already know are sound and nice, and then just like start dating them instead. I'm awful at like going on a stranger date. I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be. I think I'm a bit of a grower. I definitely think I'm a bit of a grower. That you have to get to know me first, and then you find out I'm not like a nice person. I don't think I'm very nice for the first 3 dates.
I like the chase of it, not the chase, but like the build up of fancying someone.
Isn't that infatuation? Well, for me, it's infatuation. I hate that. It's the best and worst thing in the world, though, isn't it? Yeah. What have you got going on at the moment? What else? Are you doing stand-up? Are you allowed? We're not allowed.
Yeah, I was doing it before lockdown, and I got a few gigs coming up, including one to save a cinema, which is nice. I feel like I'm doing a good deed.
Oh, bless you.
So that's fun. Got a few bits coming up, and then hopefully, I don't know, next year we might actually be able to have a life again a bit.
Yeah, that'd be great. You're going to Edinburgh next year?
Hopefully. I was supposed to go this year and do a show with my friend Richard Spalding, who's in the next room because he's dating my housemate, and then I was going to do a solo show, but that never happened. So hopefully, if it happens next year, then yes, definitely.
What are you finding joy in at the moment? What little things are making you feel happy? For me, as I mentioned before, like putting up a Christmas tree has made me the happiest that I've been in Manchester so far in 3 weeks. Pretty happy with that. What about you? Is there anything that's sort of bringing you joy in this sort of dismal, bleak world? Anyone else put it in the comments if you have anything that's making you feel happy at the moment. Let me know in the comments. Alex?
I'm going to say like a nice answer and a more honest answer, like buying stuff that I'm targeted ads on Instagram. Like that is, I don't know how, they're inside my head. It's getting bad now. Like everything I see, I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. That's exactly what I would wear.
Is it just clothes or is it anything novelty?
Some clothes. I bought a mirror, which, hang on, I can probably get
show it.
1 second. I got served this.
What is it? What's on the either side of it?
Who even knows?
Oh my God, that is so in like a mirror. Like I love the fact that you've reflected it all back to us. Are those two hands? Like two hands? Yeah. With
snakes. She's got snakes in her hands.
Not very big snakes though, mate.
I know. I don't really know, but my room's a bit sort of eclectic anyway. But so that's making me happy. But also having a bit of chill out time, because usually I'm sort of gigging every night, working every day. I work 4 jobs, so.
You work 4 jobs? What jobs have you got? NME,
I work in a pub. I work for Soho House doing picture editing from home.
Nice.
I don't get free membership.
Nobody does anymore. No. I don't think.
And comedy, and then like the odd sort of projects and stuff. So I'm always like, and then social life. I'm always running around, which I like. It's good. But what's keeping me happy? Reading a book and like having a bit of chill out time before it all starts again, I think.
Yeah, mate. I'm totally into it. Where can people find you on the internet?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Miss A Haddo. Look, these earrings, I wanted them for a year. They're another purchase.
Hang on, can you show us in the camera a bit more?
What are they? They're a prawn.
Okay. Oh yeah, they're like a silver prawn with like a large drop pearl.
Yes, exactly.
How much were they?
Too much. I don't want to say. So
no, we need to know.
They were £150.
Oh!
I'm too scared to wear them anywhere, apart from if I'm like sitting really still, and because they're clip on, so I'm scared they might fall out.
Why are they 150? Are they designer?
Yeah, they're by They're by a brand called Shrimps, who do loads of fur coats. It's too much. I hate myself.
No. They look beautiful. They can find you on Twitter.
You can find me on Twitter at Miss A Haddo, or you can find me on Instagram at Alexandra Haddo, HADDOW. That's about it, really. You can probably find everything else from there.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you very much. Please put some hearts together and go and follow Alex. Hang on, I've got to get you off. Not like that. I'm just trying to find the button.
Am I going? Am I off?
Hang on. Oh, this is so unsmooth. Hang on. Give a big round of applause to Alex. That was so bad. Thanks so much, my love. Thank you so much. Big thank you to Alex there. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Sorry it's been so technologically difficult today. As usual, big thank you to the people on YouTube, the people on Instagram, mainly though my Patreons, specifically Mikey B and Mikey W. Thank you so much. If you want to get involved and support the stream, I do a podcast called Moving On where I slag off anti-maskers and conspiracy theorists. It's available to listen on Spotify and iTunes. And if you want to see the video files where usually I look like a dog shit, you can sign up to the Patreon for as little as £3 per month. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Please hit subscribe, follow, do all that, and go and listen to the podcast. That's it. I'm out. I'll see you next Thursday.